Well, welcome and congratulations on this wonderful movie. I was speaking to Sergio earlier, and he was talking about what a pleasure it was to collaborate with you on the last project, Don't Move, and how happy he was to work with you on this again. But he also said that it was you that approached him about playing this movie after reading the novel. Was it the opportunity to work with Sergio again? Was it something that resonated with you in the story that made you want to do this?
Well, when I was working with them, with Sergio and Margaret in Don't Move, I started to hear things about this story, about this character that Margaret was either starting to write or had in mind. And then when I read it, I was with them, and just the conversation happened in a very natural way, about and I told them, I said, I feel as passionate as I felt with Don't Move. I would love to play this character. And then they said, really? Because we are really thinking about starting to write soon, to write the script. Everybody was terrified, including themselves, because it's 600 pages, the book, that you are going to transport into a 2 hour or 2 hour something film. And it's very difficult because of the amount of big events that happen in this movie. But they did it, and when I read the script, I was, not that I was surprised, because I know how amazingly talented they are, but I knew that was a puzzle that they have to put together, and I know how much work and concentration it took, and I think they did it. Everything important from the book is in the script. The essence of it is in the script, and you read it and you end up with the same feeling as when you read the novel, and you understand every single character there. And then we had to shoot it, and that was also a very intense experience because it was a very demanding job for all of us, for Sergio, for every one of the actors, for everyone in the crew. We were traveling to so many different countries and back and forth because we needed to have a different weather. When we were in Sarajevo, first in September, then we had to go back in the winter, back and forth from Italy, then go to Croatia. It was really a big adventure, but I don't mean about just the traveling so much. It's about how demanding emotionally these characters are, and that's a blessing when you have characters like this. It's like the more complex, the more difficult they are, the more excited you are when you wake up in the morning to go to work.
Do you feel that this is a little bit of a departure for you? Is a little bit different than what we've seen you doing?
I think every movie, or not every movie, but most of the movies that I've done lately, I have tried that. And you cannot achieve that if you don't get the trust from the directors that are going to put those scripts in your hands and say, okay, I trust you for this. But they have been giving that to me a lot, and I'm really grateful, because they need to have the imagination to give you material that they haven't seen you do before. And they've done it with me. Many of the ones that I really admire, many of the directors that I really admire have done it with me.
Now that you are a mother in real life, does it change the way you approach a role to play a mother, and do you feel that it impacts you in a different way?
I think it impacts you in every way, and to play a character like this, when it was the first time I went to work for a long movie. This movie was 4 months, and that was the first time I did it since I became a mother. And it was a little bit ironic that I was playing a woman that cannot have, and she's told that she will never have, the things that I am experiencing. That is the dream for so many of us, for so many women. After being a mother, I understood the character even more, because I understood what she was missing. And that was just a coincidence. I would have done the movie a year before or 3 years later, I don't know, maybe see different sides of it. But at that moment,
it was good timing.
It's just life sometimes, things
Talk about good timing too. You talked about some of the directors that you like to work with. Pedro Almodovar, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, but I think this is your 5th film. I'm so excited that's coming out with him. Also playing with Antonio Banderas, and Antonio also calls him his mentor and credits him for giving his big break. Can you just talk a little bit about what it was like to work with Antonio and Pedro on something where everyone is just so passionate about working together?
It was beautiful. We worked only a couple of days together because Antonio and I do a couple of scenes that open the movie and create a problem for everybody else with something that we do at the airport. But when we finished, the 3 of us were hugging each other and saying, okay, we have to find something for the 3 of us to do together, because it felt magical. It felt so dynamic. It felt like because of my relation with Pedro and Antonio's relationship with Pedro, and then the 3 of us together for the first time, it really felt like we had done 20 movies together. And the 3 of us said the same thing. The 3 of us felt it. So we have to find the right thing. If Pedro writes the right things for us to play together. He had a couple of ideas that I won't say because I don't know if he will develop those, but great ideas.
Well, we look forward to that. I'm a big fan of his too, and I've seen your work with him. I've seen Antonio.
I love Pedro so much.
To this next one. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for talking with us. I just brought you a little gift from us.
Really?
Tribute.
Oh,
There's
thank
some
you.
goodies in there. I think there's something your little boy might like.
Thank you very much.
So